Bournemouth 0, Chelsea 1. Chelsea win a game, and honestly, we didn't deserve it, but we will take it because we battered Palace and we got punched in the face and we lost the points. Bournemouth battered Chelsea. Let's not hide it. Let's not run away from it. Chelsea nabbed one at the very end, and we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly from the game. However, I'm going to give you two facts that are going to just blow your mind. Number one, this is the first away clean sheet that we have kept since 17 away games consecutively in the Premier League. That's been nearly a year. And finally, we have won a game after the international break for the first time since December 2022. If that doesn't tell you how much of a banter era we have been in and how unserious we have been as an institution, then I don't know what to tell you. But the reality is, this is a positive start to the season. This is 2 victories from 4. Now we've got West Ham and there's a great opportunity. But before we move on, we need to talk about Jadon Sancho, Christopher Nkunku, Enzo Maresca's second half substitution, Enzo Maresca getting it wrong, and the Sassi's performance, because I don't only blame the Sassi, and I'm going to explain to you why. I think he's getting a lot of unfair criticism for something that isn't entirely his fault. But before we get started, what do I tell you? When you come into my house, right? Because this is my house at this moment in time. Please take your shoes off. So that's the equivalent of you hitting that like button. You come in here, you're happy Chelsea won, you hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to give you a detailed review, and more importantly, I keep you up to date with Chelsea in a positive but realistic manner. I'm not unfair. I am actually very objective. A lot of people will agree with that. Let's get started. There is so many positives that I want to talk about, and I'm going to start with, look, I just told you guys I'm objective and unfair. Robert Sanchez is not my type of goalkeeper. I think Robert Sanchez has got a few flaws that are glaring. However, yesterday, in my opinion, Robert Sanchez was the man of the match. Robert Sanchez was not at fault for the penalty. Robert Sanchez gave away the penalty because he was put in no man's land. But then what did Robert Sanchez do? He reiterated how much he wanted to win those points. He saved the penalty convincingly. He had a few good saves where he pushed it up against the post, and more importantly, a few key come and grab it at the end when crosses were flying in. Robert Sanchez deserves all the praise that he got yesterday. Is his distribution perfect? No. Is Robert Sanchez going to be phenomenal going forward? I don't think so. However, yesterday, that was my man of the match. I will give him all the praise he deserves. And Robert, if that is the baseline of your performances going from now till the end of the season, you will be our player of the year. If you drop 10%, I will be very grateful and I will be happy with you being our number 1. Very well done. Congratulations. Now we need to talk about the ugly win. Yo, there's nothing sweeter than winning a game you don't deserve. Because the reality is, when I watched the game back, we did not deserve to win that game. Bournemouth absolutely peppered us. Salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and they threw us on that grill. They were cooking us left, right, and center. If you know about steaks, you know we were getting cooked, and it was well done. However, we reacted. We showed resilience. We showed courage. And 2 players, for me, epitomised it more than anyone else. They epitomized it to the point of no return. Number 1, Levi Colwill. I thought Levi Colwill was absolutely wonderful. His passing range was excellent. His ability to block shots was great. Robert Sanchez in his interview after said, Levi really stepped up. Great, important, imperative blocks. And more importantly, you can see the leadership coming out of him. All of a sudden, Levi Colwill is no longer that liability at the back. He's not playing left back. He's not out of position. He's reading the game. His positioning is on point. He's not the greatest athlete. However, his reading on the game is top notch, which makes him move to places and just clear stuff or block stuff and look absolutely imperious. His passing range is phenomenal. The pass to Joao Felix was beautiful to see. His ability to carry the ball in that first half and thread the pass to Nicholas Jackson, who had a tame finish, wonderful. He was great, and he set the standard for me of a resilient victory. Moises Caicedo yesterday had a I am Moises Caicedo performance. Like, if any of you watch the NBA, there was one time where Kevin Durant said, I'm Kevin Durant. They asked him, what makes you think you're going to get back into the game? It's because I'm Kevin Durant. Yesterday, it was Moises Caicedo saying, I'm Moises Caicedo. Did you not forget who I am? I'm a 120 million euro player. I don't care who you lot think this is. I'm running this midfield. And for me, he didn't run it with his passing. It was destroying attacks, putting out fire, getting the ball and moving it quickly. Absolutely brilliant second half. First half, he was saving our bacon because we were getting cooked. But he put up a fight and was very resilient. And Levi and Moses were the epitome of why Chelsea won. Then we need to talk about Enzo Maresca. I'm going to put him in the good and the bad today. But the good is because he fixed it. He made a mistake. His starting lineup was wrong. The way we approached the game in the first half was wrong. However, he fixed it. And when you have a bench of that caliber, brother, you got to react quickly. And what he did was react quickly. Neto, you're not working today. 45 minutes, that's all you get. Jadon, get on the pitch. Jadon came on, Jadon expressed himself. Okay, we're not getting the goal, we're creating chances. Nico, get off the pitch. Nkunku go number 9. Felix, get on the pitch. Noni's not doing it. And stuff like that is what managers are meant to do when they have options. Sorry, Disasi, stinker. Tosin, get in the middle. Wesley, get to right back. Just little tweaks. Not changing anything drastically. Just using the utilized squad that you have to full effectiveness. And guess what happens? You bring on quality. Other teams' defenders are tired. The fresh legs make a difference and you get that win at the end. Christopher Nkunku made a statement yesterday. Christopher Nkunku's victory for Chelsea was one where he celebrated. He said, I am here. He was pointing at himself. He was reiterating to everyone, did you forget who I am? And I think people have forgotten who he is. Because the reality is, I've told people, you didn't watch Christopher Nkunku and you were rating him highly. People told me, oh, he's a creative genius. He is amazing. He does both creativity and goal scoring. No, he doesn't. Christopher Nkunku is a finisher. He runs into the box late. His movement is 10-10. His ability to link up with players with a 1-2 and use it like a backboard is phenomenal. And his finishing is top tier. Other than that, Christopher Nkunku's not giving you work rate and he's not giving you creativity. Accept the player for what he is. Just don't be disappointed when he doesn't give you what you expect. Because the reality is, he is our best number 9. I really like Nicholas Jackson, but when it comes to finishing, Nkunku's better than him. He is. Nico gives you the other avenue. He gives you the work rate, he gives you the link up. And for me, you need to weigh up what you want. Do you want a prolific finisher who's going to get you around about 15 to 17 goals in the league, non-penalties? Or do you want Nicholas Jackson who'll get you 14, straight you, and give you link up? I think there's horses for courses. Some games it'll be Nico, some games it'll be Nkunku. That's my personal opinion. I like the two options. Jadon Sancho. Sometimes in life, guys, you're dating a girl, she just ain't the one. You know what? She's a great girl. Some guy's going to be lucky to date her. Some guy's going to be lucky to marry her. She just ain't the one for you. Like, the reality is you're not compatible. Manchester United and Jadon Sancho's that. They weren't compatible. Ten Hag likes his players that are athletic, will run around. Marcus Rashford's Garnacho's. Enzo Maresca, on the other hand, he saw Jadon Sancho. He said, oh my God, my man's got a great first touch. He can link up play, can pick up the ball in pockets. He can nutmeg someone and waltz past him like he's not even there. And this is Jadon Sancho. Sancho fits our system to a T. People will say, why are you so high on Joao Felix, on Sancho, on Cole Palmer? Because they don't need pace to be effective. They are technically gifted players. And when you have brains and when you have technical ability, you're going to be a phenomenal player. They are also not as athletically compromised as people want to make it out. Sancho's performance yesterday was one of Eden Hazard level. And what I tell you is not he's as good as Eden Hazard. It's he gets the ball. Every time he's getting the ball, we're going forward. Pops the ball forward, give it back to me. Nutmegs the guy, beats the man, collapses their defense, releases it. Everything Jadon Sancho did yesterday was with the intention of we're going forward. Or if I'm borrowing you the ball, I'm making a run in behind, I want that ball back. He turned Cole Palmer's team into it's my team. And for me, I appreciate that because we need this. Joao Felix will play a role, Neto will play a role, Noni Madueke will play a role, Cole Palmer will play a role, and Jadon Sancho will play a role. That's the three in behind Nkunku or Jackson. I don't want to see Misha. Enzo Maresca doesn't want to see Misha. Do not bring Misha into this squad. Conference League, brother, is the only minutes you're getting. Barrow is the only minutes you're getting. And even then, I'd give it Tyreek George your minute because I don't think he deserves these minutes. My personal opinion. And overall, we deserve that victory. We are in a good place. Beat West Ham next week. and then we got Forest and Brighton. And I'm telling you now, a lot of you will not be laughing if we pick up maximum points from those games. Because a lot of you said, Alex, you're deluded. You said you're going to finish third. Well, I didn't say we're going to finish third because I'm deluded. I said it because I actually believe in this squad. I believe in this manager, and I see what we're trying to build. I'm not saying I will bet my mortgage we will finish third. I see all the potential of us trying to finish third. We're getting Champions League football, and that's a bare minimum. However, this is Chelsea football. And at Chelsea Football Club, we have standards of wanting to win the league. And to want to win the league, there's always areas to improve. And this is where we're going to get into the ugly and we're going to get into the bad. But before we do that, hit that like button. 1,000 likes go a massive way. Subscribe if you made it this far. Brother, you've enjoyed the content. Now the ugly. The ugly was Disasi's performance. And I'm going to defend Disasi partially, but at the same time I'm going to criticize him. I think Enzo Maresca got it wrong in the first half and he hung him out to dry. I think Enzo Maresca should not have started Disasi. You have Josh Achimpong, who's a right back. Use your right back in your academy. You said you rate Josh at the pre-season. You said we rate him highly, we believe in him, that's why Trevor Chalobah's not here. Your words, not mine. You wanted Josh Achimpong there. You used him, and now I have not seen him since. Marlo's out, Reece is out. Why is Josh not playing? Because now we need to get into Disasi. Disasi is a defender who has horrible positional awareness, right? He's not good at centre half. So imagine him at right back. He can't read the game well. Then furthermore, he turns like a cruise ship, right? He absolutely takes all eternity to turn. So what do you expect is going to happen when you play him at right back? He can't turn quickly and he doesn't position himself well. He's going to get cooked. The only thing Disasi has going for him is he is super quick in recovery, meaning he gets in last-ditch tackles. And the reason he has to do it is because he takes long to turn and he doesn't position himself well. And that's not Disasi's fault because that's his weak points. We know the player he is. And the reality is my guy Enzo Maresca hung him out to dry. He took him off and put Wesley there at the end and put Tosin Adebayo. And for me, Tosin looked absolutely comfortable, stabilized the defense a bit more. We looked a lot more better passing range as well. And it just worked out. That's the only ugly thing I took away. The bad things. Nico, we need to talk. A lot of people this summer said they wanted Victor Osimhen. And I said, I agree, Victor Osimhen can finish. But do I want Victor Osimhen in the team when I've got Nicholas Jackson and Nkunku? No, I don't. And the reason I don't is because I think with those two, I've got the best of both worlds. I think if you add Osimhen and you give him huge wages, it just disrupts the squad. However, yesterday, Nico's performance, in my opinion, was poor. And I'm going to explain to you why. The first opportunity has to strike it first time. It's on your stronger foot. You get slid through by Noni Madueke. Brother, shoot first time. Did it. Then Levi Colwill sends him through. It's a tame left-footed effort. It's one of those, you know when you just smash it and you're like, if it goes on target, at least the keeper saves it. No confidence. That's how he hit it. Then there was one where Sancho and him got it. He opened his body up. Good effort. 3 chances he missed. And I'm going to give it to the chat. In the chat, there's a certain individual. I don't know your name, but you will know because you typed this up. He said, Nico's the type of striker that needs 1 in 5 to score. Osimhen is a 1 in 3. And you know what? I don't disagree with you. However, I will say one. We've got Christopher Nkunku. He's a 1 in 3 as well. So you pick which one you want. I think the only thing that annoyed me about Jackson yesterday is I think your finishing has to develop. And we're going to get frustrated with you. But it needs to get better, bro. It does. So I was annoyed. Fofana. I've said Wesley Fofana is going to be a roller coaster all season. And the reason I say he's a roller coaster because he was absolutely phenomenal against Palace. And then today, he reminded me of first half Wolves. And that's the funny thing, right? Because against Wolves and against Wolves and Bournemouth, we had horrible halves. But we won the game. No one cares. Palace was 80 minutes of great football. One little 10-minute spell where it was bad. We dropped points. Everyone's furious. And with Fofana, what you can see now is he's going to be good one week, bad next week. Good one week, bad next week. And the reason is because he hasn't played football in a while. So his body's acclimatizing to it. His mind is acclimatizing to playing regularly. He's all of a sudden recovering. I'm not selling my stock on him. For me, he needs to play. That mistake at the pass back, he won't make that again. And the reason he won't make that again, because now he's going to start thinking about it more. And now it's like, his body, his reaction, his mind is coming back to playing consistent football. So he put Sanchez in no man's land. We didn't get punished and we move on. He will get better. I trust in him. And the final thing I want to say is Viega was good in the second half, but in the first half, boy, oh boy, was he bad. And I think he summarized Chelsea's problem in that first half. We looked weak in the midfield, on the ball, technically. We couldn't get the spark out of the game, and it was a problem. It creates a question that I have. Why on earth is Cesar Casadei on the bench if you don't trust him? Why on earth is Carney not on the bench? And why did Kieran Dewsbury-Hall get signed? You had Leslie Ogochukwu, Andreas Santos. Both players would have been more than capable to play. Enzo's ill, Lavia's hurt. One of those two should be in the squad, but they're not, because then you have to ask the question, and this is where I'm torn. Would I have kept them in hope of giving them 10 games, or is it better that they're going away and playing 35 this year? I don't know. In the comments below, let me know, but we won, so I'm going to be very happy and I'm very positive. This was the Kavkas View peeps. We got 3 points. We're equivalent with Arsenal at the same time. If they lose today, we go above them. Next week is West Ham away. That is a massive game. We win this game and the smoke we're going to talk is mad. Rivals, hey, block me. Block me if we win against West Ham. I am going to become unbearable. I am going to be such a pest. I am going to be a troll. Pray for the rivals. Pray for every single one of those pricks. Let's get into it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, I'm out. Have a nice day.